Teachable Moments with April podcast is back, and I'm your host, April. I'm excited to share some new content for you, courtesy of our friends at Unity Ministry Publications. Here is just a preview of some of the content we'll be exploring together. Finding peace through prayer. Change your thinking, change your life. Healing thoughts. Spiritual keys to aging well. The spiritual journey from addiction to recovery. Return to wholeness, living healed, whole, and healthy. Rise above fear and worry, 30 days to fearless living. Finding peace through prayer, and so much more. I hope you will join me on this new chapter of Teachable Moments with April podcast. This is Teachable Moments with April podcast. I am your host, April. If you're a returning listener, I appreciate you and welcome back. If you're a new listener, welcome and thank you. To everyone listening, remember, teachable moments are all around us. Enjoy. This episode contains contents from Gems of Wisdom from Black Leaders of New Thought by Unity Ministries. Hardcore Metaphysics by Reverend Galen McDowell. What do all founders and early teachers of the New Thought movement have in common? What is the common thread woven to the teachings of early writers in the New Thought community? I strongly believe it is what I call hardcore metaphysics. Hardcore metaphysics is New Thought, taught from its original position that humanity is God in expression and that we have the power to transform our experiences through thinking in alignment with the truth of our being. Hardcore metaphysics begins with the premise that God is the one presence and power in the universe. Hardcore metaphysics promotes the belief that humanity is a divine ideal in the mind of God. Through our conscious awareness, we can manifest the wholeness of God in our everyday existence. New Thought blends these ideals and teachings into a pragmatic or practical worldview that can be understood and practiced by the spiritual beginner or the advanced practitioner. Principle or personal. Sometimes we try to make God fit our limited worldview because we observe seemingly inconsistencies in the world of experience that challenge our beliefs. However, life is much bigger than our point of view, and God is a paradox. Charles Fillmore wrote, "The starting point in spiritual realization is right understanding of God, what it is. There is a paradox that God is both principle and personal. God as principle is impersonal, fundamental, truth that functions through universal law. However, God working through you as the Christ or the I am is personal to you. God as principle transcends illness, poverty, discord, and problems. Only God's truth is real in the absolute. Now, God in you guides you through your so-called problems, heals your body, leads you to success, expresses as love, manifests as joy, and provides for you when you align with the impersonal principle in mind. The impersonal becomes personal by being you and guiding you through life. Create your freedom. It's a good thing God is not like us. The universe would be in chaos. God is always life, love, wisdom, power, and substance. We express as much of God's good as we can realize and use. God lives in you. You are divine. You are a divine spiritual being made in the image likeness of God. I personally believe the divinity of humankind is the most important concept taught in New Thought. Many people have been marginalized because of race, gender, social status, religion, sexual orientation, and much more. When you realize the psychological damage that went along with the marginalization of people for centuries, you can understand what Dr. Carter G. Woodson conveys in The Miseducation of the Negro when he writes, "If you can control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. When you determine what a man shall think, you do not have to concern yourself about what he will do. If you make a man feel that he is inferior, you do not have to compel him to accept an inferior status, for he will seek it himself. If you make a man think that he is justly an outcast, you don't have to order him to the back door. He'll go without being told. And if there's no back door, this very nature will demand one. When you know who you are spiritually, you create your own freedom. Express the good." I believe New Thought must remain true to its hardcore metaphysical roots. New Thought without its roots is progressive theology without any power. There's something radically right about human beings, and we have the opportunity to teach people how to express the goodness within them. The world is waiting for our hardcore metaphysics so we can help transform human consciousness. God lives in you, and you are divine. This content was excerpted from 2 articles that first appeared in Science of Mind magazine in January and February 2019, reprinted with permission. For the ones who aren't afraid to stand out, to embrace the unexpected, who live for the thrill of somewhere new, for those who were born originals, for whom local is a language they're always learning, and authentic their only destination, for those who want to drink it all in, the spirit, the vibrance, the flavor of it all, who want to stay in the moment, in the story, and in the thick of it, or off the map, and leave the details to someone else, for those who crave a collection of hotels that stay with them, the Tapestry Collection. Stay original. You were just listening to Teachable Moments with April podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I invite you to connect with us on our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. I also encourage you to become a paid subscriber in order to gain access to subscriber-only exclusive episodes and content. As always, be well and stay blessed. Until next time.